It's now time for Success Secrets, the most fulfilling 5 minutes of your morning. Be inspired, be motivated, be wired for success. This is Success Secrets, and you are wired for success.
Hi friends, I want to welcome you to today's edition of Success Secrets. On Success Secrets, we believe you, yes, I mean you are wired for success. Now, on today's edition of Success Secrets, we would want to look at two critical terms that you've got to understand if only you want to make some good returns on your investment. And these two terms are nominal and real returns. Nominal and real returns. Why is this important? You know, we've been on a journey taking a look at becoming financially independent, and we've decided to take a keen look at 10 critical must-knows. These are terms that investment advisors and financial analysts use all the time anytime you approach them for advice, and we think it's important you, the investor, appreciate these terms yourself, so that if you get to understand them, you would be able to understand why you must do what you've got to do when it comes to the money you want to put aside, so that before your money say I do, you'll be sure of whatever decision you are taking. So why is it important to even look at nominal and real returns? Because investment is about returns, and if you want to know what you are making on your investment, then you have to understand these two terms. So when we say nominal return, it is simply the return you see anytime you visit your banker or your advisor or your investment officer. The rate you see posted in the banking hall, or the rate you see posted on the website, or the rate you see advertised in the newspaper or even in the dailies or magazine. That is what we call the nominal rate. And usually it is the rate that the institution invariably tells you that they will be paying you given the investment instrument. So that is the nominal rate of return. So I'm going to give an example. Let's say your issuer, here issuer means the financial institution, the bank or the investment house, decides to say the return on this particular investment is 10%. We are simply saying that for every $100 or pound you invest, you would earn just about $10 or pound in a year. So then you will see that the rate, which is 10%, is just reflected in the return you make in the example I have given. Let me just also clarify that it's important to know that the rate can either be an annualized rate or a year-to-date rate, and the annualized rate is a rate for a cycle of 12 months. And so when they say this rate is annualized, it means that you've got to divide it by 12. And so if you are doing it for say 91 days, it simply means you take a quarter out of that full rate. Nominal returns, remember? And then when we say the rate is year-to-date, we are simply saying the rate from the beginning of the year in question to the particular date you were taking that investment decision. So that is why we call it YTD, year to date. And so year to date and annualized are two different things altogether. But I'm saying that it is nominal because you must probably take out a number of factors that will affect the effect of the rate they give you. So that explains nominal return. So what is real return? Real return is a rate you normally don't see advertised. It is the rate you earn after you've subtracted a factor or an indicator like inflation. So for example, the example I gave about the 10% and then the $100 and $10, let me continue in that same example in this sense for real return. So if the bank or the issuer tells you that they are giving you a nominal annual rate of 10%, and let's say inflation or the annual increase in the cost of living is about 6%, then your real return is actually about 4%. So it is a real return that truly determines how much more power you have in terms of spending, so that you know that, well, this is the rate that has been quoted and signed off, but looking at the rate of inflation and looking at it in terms of its annualized return or year to date, this is what I'm actually making. So you are advised properly, and you know whatever return you are making, and you don't get shocked or you don't get dissatisfied at the end of the investment cycle. So it is important to know that the real return determines how much more spending power you will get at the end of the investment cycle. So nominal and real rates of return don't always move together. They are not the same. And you must always be particular and interested in what the nominal return ends at. So then the bottom line is that nominal returns don't tell the whole story, and you've got to understand and consider inflation, especially anytime you are taking an investment decision with your money, so you can appreciate what the real return is on the investment they are giving you. So don't just go to the investment officer or the investment hall or the banking hall and just take the rate at face value, because nominal returns are at face value. You've got to diagnose it. Is it a year-to-date return? Is it an annualized return? Most importantly, and when you get that rate, you can take out the rate of inflation and even sometimes the treasury rate, so that you'll be able to appreciate what your real return is. And when you figure out your real return and you are satisfied with it, you can now take an investment decision. Thank you for tuning in today. Also, we still believe that on Success Secrets, you are wired for success, and especially on the RKFI coaching platform where Success Secret is hosted. You share it with other friends and colleagues and let them also know about this online mentorship session where we bring you everything you've got to know, from finance to every other thing that matters to your upward mobility in life, in career, in finance, among others. Thank you once again, and see you tomorrow.
It's been Success Secrets with Richmond Frimpong. We trust that you've been inspired, motivated, and now wired for success.